What is up, MFers? Welcome back to another exciting day on the water. Now, I apologize if throughout this video, my face, my arms, whatever, my hands are falling off. If you've been following me on Instagram, you know that myself and Mrs. Milliken Fishing have been in Jamaica for 4 or 5 days, the last 4 or 5 days, and that was absolutely amazing, absolutely neat. By the way, go check out my Instagram. Go follow me on Instagram if you want to see more of my day-to-day stuff. I didn't actually do any travel vlogging or anything down there. I needed a few days off. I've been going pedal to the metal for a very long time, and just got in last night. Here I am this morning out, as you probably saw by the thumbnail of this video, or just by knowing the Midwest temperatures right now. We're at a lake doing some hard water, a little bit of ice fishing. Now, while we were out of town, they had some warmer 40, 50 some degree weather here, but now it is back frigid again. It is 11 degrees and windy right now. Yesterday, this time in Jamaica, it was 84 degrees. So for those playing at home, that's about a 73-degree difference. I'm a little chilly right now. I'm gonna get some more clothes on. Gummy worm boy Ethan is going to be here soon. This lake has it all: big bluegill, big crappie, big bass, big walleye even. Hopefully I can go get my walleye, but I'm sure it's gonna be an entertaining time regardless on the ice. Let's go. What's up, dog? What is this, the tundra?
It's so cold.
Ugh. Well, that's interesting. Should I like see how thick it is? Yep, that's what I'm gonna do. That seems safe. Yep, looks pretty safe to me. Time to get this show on the road. Start with old Mr. Confidence, teardrop with the old waxing worm. Starting right here by the dam. You can tell this is a really good spot because the way it is. So we pop some holes there. Ethan's starting down there. There's Ethan. Say hi to Ethan. And we're gonna start here at 11 feet, kind of move around. Like I said, it's cold. It's a tundra out here, and so hopefully we're gonna find some fish. Put the hut up, get the heater rolling, and start whacking up. Gonna need the gloves today, apparently. Probably should have checked my knot. I guess I'll just leave that up to the first fish. And I wonder why I lose and break shit off. And oh, hey, my knees are stuck to the ground. It's definitely colder than Jamaica. That I can be positive of. Oh, I got a fish. And he's on. It's a bass fish. Yep, get in here. Boom! I'm back on the board, Ethan. I'm back. All I had to do was leave the Caribbean to find the bass. That guy's got some interesting marks, like he got chomped on or something. That's all I want to catch. Whatever ate this guy. He was pretty active. I like that. He came in hot. He's sticking to me also. That's how warm it is, folks. Well, there we go. On the board, fish number one. A nice little bass fish. Back you go. Yes. Yep, there he is. Hooked up with a Gillian down there. All right, we got 2 species. Instead, that one was way up high, so maybe we need to look up a little shallower, little spinders. I know a lot of you guys were asking what reel this was, reel rod combination. The green one, as a lot of you guys put it in my last video. This is the very high-tech Neon Shields $10 special Dusty Pile. I think it's actually called, yeah, it says it's the Dusty Pile model. It kind of has a drag, but it has the teardrop I want tied onto it. So that's absolutely key, to be using something that does have a drag maybe, and you can't feel any bites. Spot number 3 just dropped down, and there's fish on the screen, but my teardrop's so frozen to the tip of my rod, and my wax worm, and my gloves don't work. Come on, fingers! That's what you want, folks. You want your rod to break. So one bad thing about this dusty piece of shit, the tip freezes and breaks on me. What's even in there? Man. Hey, I got a spring bobber tip now. I got a spring bobber tip now on my pole. It broke. All right, grab myself a new pole. Said a couple bad words. Drilled a new hole. Now it's time to catch some slaunches. Yep. Oh yeah. Oh, that's a better feeling fish. What is this? This is hilarious. I came up here and just drilled a hole. Oh, there we go. It's a little bass. Just drilled a hole in like 6.5 feet of water as I get them unhung from the transducer here. drilled in like 6.5 feet of water because me and Ethan have been like, it's been tough out here. But he thought maybe deeper or shallower is what we should do. I kind of had the same thought. Came up here in 6.5 feet and I caught this whole bass. Not the biggest bass, but definitely feels good. It's been tough out here so far. We've been here for about 45 minutes or so. All we had was that one bass before the gill. I'll get him back in the water. Oh, buddy. Hell yeah. Maybe up shallow is the way to go. Have to definitely start popping some more holes around here. Oh, hey, it's blizzarding now. That's kind of fun. We've been fishing for about an hour now. It's been pretty tough. Had those 2 bass so far and that's it. But just made a move up to about 6.5 feet of water and things seem a lot more promising. There's a lot more fish there. The only problem is all my gear right here was way far away. And so I think I need a little bit smaller teeter. I'm gonna go a little bit more finesse on them and see what these fish are because it's the only place I've seen any activity. Ethan is, can't see him. That's Ethan over there, about 300 miles away. He's trying some deeper stuff in a different area of the lake, but we're kind of just popping around, seeing where we can find some active fish. It's that grind. It's the middle of the winter right now. That's when it gets, seems like it's really, really tough every year, right in the middle of winter, where those fish under the ice even. They've seen a lot of baits. That water is as cold as it's possibly gonna get, and they don't want to bite, so gotta make them bite. Hopefully we can do that. All right, so Old Green has a leader tied on with like super light line. We switched out more expensive $20 shields, one for $10 piece of crap other shields one. And yeah, now we're gonna put a smaller wax worm with a little tiny baby leader on there and see if that can make these fish commit. Hopefully, maybe. Nothing? Yeah, I've had a lot of activity up on this one. I caught a big bluegill right when I got here. Up shallow, 6 feet. Oh, there's a fish right there. Eat it.
It was weird because I was like marking shit.
Yeah, I got 2 on there right now. There we go. Yes! This is actually the second drop I've made down this hole, folks. The first drop, as you guys know, I'm an awesome cameraman and didn't have it going, but it was a big old slaunchy bluegill. This one's definitely not a big one, but it feels good when you switch up to something smaller. We got the leader going now. Ethan just came over here because they weren't deep, so we're really starting to think maybe shallow is the way to go. So don't think we're keeping it today. As good as they taste, that's really hard to do, but put them back in the water. Boom, maybe something's happening now. All right, come on, buddy, be kind. Oh yeah, that's a bass. Oh no, it's a big gill. Look at that, Ethan. That's a sexy one. I mean, that's like, oh, my camera was on. All right. Filming my fishing adventures. That's my goal. Oh God, I'm getting stuck by bluegill too. That's also my goal. Dude, that's a fat old meaty one. If we were keeping them, that'd make a good sandwich, but we're not keeping them today. As you guys can see, we're smart. We brought the hut and we were really cold outside and we weren't sitting in the hut. But we finally found something that resembles active fish. So we set the hut up. If anything, we're gonna set it up and warm up for a while before we move on to the next spot. But yeah, definitely got a good little fish right there. Not a little fish, that was a pretty big bluegill. It's about as big as they get here, I would think. And so yeah, maybe we'll stick around a little bit. I thought he was a bass at first. He was pulling. Oh, he finally freaking bit. Jump out up here. Gillian!
Shit, I've never even.
Gill! There we go. There we go. Yes! Big old fatty gill. We got the school. Drop the poles, Ethan. Huts dropped. Poles dropped. Big gills. Boom! These are fun. Guys, so what I've been noticing a lot of is the fish come up and they swerve the waxworm when it's a whole waxworm. And so a little tip I'd like to share with you guys is sometimes you got to spooge your worm. So how to spooge a worm, obviously, most people know how to spooge worms, but I'll show you anyway. You just tear it in half. Oh, yuck. Waxworms are disgusting. So now we've spooged our worm, full spooge. It makes the profile smaller, plus it adds, the spooge adds a good effect to the flavoring of the worm. So now that I got a spooge worm, it's likely that those fish are going to commit a lot better, and I got a spooge finger also. So this has been just a tip. There we go. Hooked up with a giant-ish. Holy balls, man. Them bluegill are fighting today. That's a good one. That's probably Solid 8.5 incher.
Yeah. And yes,
That's the first time Ethan has ever seen an 8.5 incher before.
I have seen an 8.5 incher before.
And he killed it. It's dead. Beauty. Hey, they moved in. We're up shallow, catching them. Makes total sense. Dead winter, and we're in 6 feet of water, catching the gillions. Here he comes. Look at him. Oh, I up to it. Yes! Yep. Oh, a giant! Fish of the day. Takes mad skills to catch them that big. Give me that back. Little dickhead wants my wax worm. No. Thank you, sir. Well, not the size we're after, but sure beats sitting outside not catching any. You guys probably can't see this, but you got that guy there, and there goes his bucket across the lake. Run, Forrest! It's gonna make it to the bank before he gets to it. Oh, that thing is hauling. Still going. You might just want to stop running at this point, buddy.
Yeah.
Stop running. He does. Please go through. Might have been. It looks like it was over at the spillway.
Yeah.
Well, it's good to see we aren't the only ones that failed today. I broke my $10 special dusty rod. Didn't exactly get on the fish today like we had hoped, unfortunately. It was a little colder than they said. It was blizzarding for a while. But hey, we got out, we caught some keeper bluegill. If we wanted to keep the bluegill, what the hell's on my face? Got hairs in my face. Caught keeper bluegill that we didn't keep. Would have been delicious, but we didn't keep them. We actually practiced our little catch and release today. I'm out here giving you guys real worm jizzing. Is that what I called it? I'm out here trying to give you guys legitimate worm splooging tips. Yeah, this is the middle of the winter. It's a tough time to fish. Can't really do a whole lot about the fish not wanting to cooperate. The big fish, the wallheads, and the crawdads and everything. I don't know. Maybe next year we'll get them even. But we are gonna mix up some content. I got a couple good ideas for next week for you guys. So keep sticking around. A couple more days back home, and then we're gonna go do some saltwater fishing. It's gonna be sick. So with that, go subscribe to Milliken Fishing, and I thank you so much for taking the time to watch this video. I'm out of here. Peace.
I'm not sorry. I can't help this love like mine.
I'm not sorry. I can't stop with a love like mine.